Hello and welcome back to Pendor. We're in a battle straight away against the Liege of the Dashar. As you might expect, that's kind of what we want to do, because we of course want to get his unique weapon, if it's actually going to be any good. I actually don't really know what the stats are, but it doesn't really matter, because we're going to get it nevertheless, or we're going to try to get it. I don't know whether we're even going to have the opportunity to take him prisoner. That's obviously the first hurdle that we have to pass. And apart from that, we should be good. We should be good. Most of these times, we really don't have to worry too much about the Dashar armies, because they just die. You know, they just die before us quite nicely here, so we don't really have to worry too much. And, well, I say we don't have to worry too much as I'm getting absolutely massacred myself, but I am distracting a bunch, and they're all attacking me, of course, so it does make sense in that respect that I am taking damage, but yeah. I would like to avoid getting potentially murdered here, because I would like to go into the siege straight away afterwards, because here's the thing. I obviously, as I told you in the previous episode, I had to go over to Laria to make myself the marshal so that I could call for, you guessed it, I could call for a campaign. And so, we then went over to High Pass Fortress, I called for the campaign along the way, we have a bunch of vassals in tow at the moment, and well, we're dragging them all the way over, and hopefully we're going to be able to do that siege in just a moment. There we go. We do have the ability to take him prisoner. There we go. He is the ruler of the Dashar. I just had to make sure that that was indeed the case. And we're just going to be taking him prisoner, as, of course, we are going to be telling him that we want his weapon. So let's go ahead and do that straight away. There we go. And I'd love the money, but we're not going to take that. I am taking your weapon. Now get out of my sight. There we go. Alright, so we got this, the Heritage Daha Bow. There it is. It is actually not bad if you take a look at it. I mean, it's got good... Actually, you know what? It's better than what I have. That is actually quite funny. I did not think it was going to be better than what I had, but yeah, apparently it is. So I guess I'm going to be using it until we get the rune bow, potentially, if I'm actually going to finally get one of those. Anyway, hopefully that's going to work out. Unfortunately, I do not have a huge amount of food, as you can clearly tell. So I'm going to need to do something about that. I'm not entirely sure what I can do about it, because every single time I go to a marketplace, and yes, we just lost Shaquilla, I'm not really caring too much about that. Ah, there we go. This is the perfect place for us right here. Huge amounts of food. Just going to be buying all of this, as much as I can get my hands on at least. There we are. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Yeah, anyway, every single marketplace that I've gone into has just been completely bare. There hasn't been anything at all available, and I was getting very sad indeed from it. Anyway, oh, this is a siege tower. Of course it is. Oh dear. Oh well, never mind. Okay, well, of course, Shaquilla has just been taken, but that's not really that big a deal. We can probably take that relatively easily after this. I'm more concerned with High Pass Fortress at the moment, because it is going to have a pretty significant garrison in there, and I'm not sure how that's going to really work. I still want to complete the Ghost Lady quest, by the way, and I've just noticed that that fellow that we need to speak to has just been captured by the Ravenstern. So I'm obviously not entirely sure what we're going to do with that, because we're going to have to defeat the Ravenstern eventually. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem either way. Anyway, so now what we want to do is I'm going to just put my forces here, put my forces here. Obviously, this is not really going to help me that much, because I actually do not have a significant amount of my own forces in the battle here. That's going to be the issue. But I am going to obviously be able to do quite a bit more damage now, hopefully, because I do have this new bow. Hopefully, I will be able to actually hit some people, because apparently my accuracy has just gone somewhere. Apparently, I don't know, I'm not hitting anything for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but there you go. And yeah, hopefully we can actually move the siege tower as well, because there have actually been some times where I have gone into a siege tower siege off screen, and I've just told my people to hold position like I have here, and they haven't moved the siege tower at all. And at that point I was like, what are you doing, sir? And it was just very sad indeed. But yeah, thankfully we don't seem to be having too many issues this time around.
You'll have no issues with me, young man.
Alright, looks like we're going to be heading up the siege tower now. I'm actually a little... I don't know whether to be worried. Should I be worried about going in here? I don't think we really need to be worried too much, but it is going to be worrying if I take significant damage immediately upon entering. So I'm going to be very careful here. We just eliminated the enemy king once again. That is hilarious. Oh, he's not going to be pleased with me, that's for sure, but... well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter whether he's pleased, does it? No. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to... can I loot some arrows actually here? Yes, I can. There we go. We got 30 of them. Can we get some more? Yes, I can. Okay, wait a minute. This might actually prove to be very, very useful. I can actually just shoot from here. Maybe I can just shoot some of these guys. Maybe this is a bad idea. I'm actually thinking to myself, maybe I should just jump down there and just go for it, you know? Just go for it with my two-handed... It's probably going to be more effective in the long run, but I am going to take more damage as a result of it. I mean, it's pretty obvious that I would take more damage going down there, because we're going to have a lot of people focusing us. Maybe not the best idea. Maybe I should just stay here. Just stay here in the relative safety of the high ground. And we'll just hopefully be able to shoot a bunch. I mean, I've got so many arrows right now just because I was able to resupply myself, but before that obviously I didn't have any, you know, had very few arrows, and we don't seem to be doing that much less damage either. I guess that, you know, those couple of additional points in power draw really made a big difference to that, I suppose. And we probably want to do something about, you know what, maybe we could go and get those rune quivers, you know, those rune quivers that give us like 60 arrows or something like that in every single quiver. That seems like such an amazing amount. Not sure whether it's even worth that though. Is it worth it? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
They think it's worth it.
Well, I decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to go to the front lines now. I'm probably going to get killed really, really quickly here. I did not have the ability to pick up any additional arrows, so I thought, yep, we're going to have to go down here and see what we can do. I was actually starting to lose a huge amount of troops in the process as well, so I thought, hey, you know what, I want to try to reduce our casualties as much as possible, so that's exactly why I'm down here. Hopefully we're going to be able to do that. I am going to be drawing a lot of attention, as you can see, but hopefully I'm going to be able to at least kill these guys. There we go. Take them down. There we are. Nice. And maybe I can actually survive a little bit longer as well. I'm highly unlikely to do that because we are going to be focused by a dramatic amount of people. But who knows? Maybe we will surprise each other. Yes, indeed. Look at that. I've already surprised myself by surviving 10 seconds longer than I thought previously. That's amazing. Okay, don't get shot, don't get shot. I want to kill this guy. Get him. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all I want to do is get up to where the archers are and hopefully kill them, because they're actually providing a huge amount of damage to the opponent. Well, not the way they are right now, but they usually are. Anyway, I'm just going to wait around here. Just for a second, and then we're just going to go here, kill these guys, because I cannot have them switch. Oh, no. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. As soon as we went over there, yeah, the people down below in the courtyard, they were going to be focusing me quite dramatically. Unfortunate that we took so much damage going down the stairs, but I needed to dislodge our forces. There were so many casualties coming in at that point. I thought to myself, no way, we cannot allow this to happen. So that was the main reason why I actually did that, and I was kind of happy to sort of trade my HP for that, because now look at what we've got going on here. We literally have our own forces completely spread out. They're no longer trapped in that infinite bottleneck, which is basically what it was, because they were trapped at the very top of the stairs, not really able to do much. They were being shot from far away by these archers, and of course they're still being shot by the archers, but I mean, there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. But we are now having a much better kill-death ratio than we were before, because beforehand we were just losing troops every single second. And yeah, we're still losing troops every few seconds, but that's just what's going to happen in a large battle like this. But we were only losing troops before. We were getting very few kills. So this is basically the only thing that I could really think of. I do not want to retreat. That is the only thing I do not want to do. So let's just, I guess, cross our fingers and actually hope that we are going to be able to achieve victory here. I'm actually surprised that, where are my forces? Are they... Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing here? What are these guys doing? This is not a good idea. This is a very bad idea for my biscuit sergeants to be over there. They're literally just going to get killed. That is just not going to work because it's a very tight area. It's not going to make any difference to them. They're not going to be able to do much over there, unfortunately.
I'm sure it's very tight.
Well, it looks as though we've finally gotten to a point where we might actually achieve victory. It has been a huge amount of time. There have been over 1,400, that's 1,400 enemy troops eliminated in this particular siege. And you know what I'm thankful for the most? No bagpipes. Yes, indeed. Anyway, there you go. 173 renowned for this. And you see how many we lost. We lost 43 right here. I lost a huge amount of T-Knights and Biscuit Sergeants, unfortunately, but my allies also lost quite a lot. So there is also that. But yeah, as you can see, the enemy lost... Whoa! It was actually 1,520 that were total in here. I could have killed so many more, but unfortunately, as I say, I ran out of HP. Anyway, we're going to let every single one of these guys go. There's no reason to keep them around. Hopefully they're not going to go over to Shaquilla and actually go in there. I can only hope that that's not going to happen, but we're just going to let all of them go for the honor rating, of course. And maybe they're going to end up joining us. Maybe they'll come over and join us. And speaking of joining us, I did go over to Laria, as I said, to make myself the marshal, but I also accepted a couple of people into my ranks. This guy is actually upstanding. So you know what I'm gonna take him prisoner for the moment. And then what we're going to do... Oh, apparently Lord Alamar was a prisoner here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to that fellow in just a moment. And I will hopefully be able to persuade him to join us. That's kind of the hope here. Not sure if it's going to work, but I'm kind of hoping. Anyway, huge amounts of people. I don't really know whether I want all of these, to be honest. I mean, I need the money, but it's a very annoying thing to take all of these. I could do Control S, but or Control A or whatever it is. I think it's S for rescued prisoners and A for captured enemies. But I don't really want to. I don't really want to chance that just in case. What? That was it? I thought there were a lot more than that. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then, I guess. Anyway, let's move on. These guys are hopefully going to get taken by my allies here. Anyway, Lord Alice and Lord Cassian are my two new ones, and we're just going to give this to Lord Alice here. Lord Cassian does not like him, apparently, so oh dear. That might be a bit of a problem. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, Shaquilla is just down here. We're hopefully going to be able to take this without too many issues. How many people are actually in the... Yes, as you can tell, there's a lot. Call for a meeting with the castle commander. Can I? No, I can't do that because there are vassals present here. That's usually how it goes, unfortunately. If there's a vassal inside the garrison, it is highly unlikely that they're actually going to do that. Yeah, as you can see. So we're just going to have to go in here the old-fashioned way. And this is, oh yeah, this is that wonderful one, isn't it? This is that one that I was very excited about entering. And yeah, why not? This is a great layout. This is fantastic. This gives me the opportunity to show you a little bit more of the layout than last time, because I had a comment that said that I didn't show enough of the layout. So why not? Let's have a look around, shall we? So I'm just going to be as aggressive as possible here. We should, hopefully outnumber the opponent quite dramatically here. I mean, according to the bar, we do. And if I'm hyper-aggressive, it doesn't really matter whether I die, because then I can show you the layout just that much more effectively. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here. I'm just going to try to be as audacious as possible. I will try to survive, just because it's fun to do so. But apart from that, we will, of course, try to show the layout. But this is I love this. I love this kind of situation where you could just run through the enemy streets. And even in a defensive situation, I feel like that would be so much fun. It really would. Anyway, there you go. There's the kill. I don't really care about that, as I say. This gives me the opportunity to now show you much more of the layout. So obviously we know the main courtyard here. This is where my main forces were fighting for the most part. And then you obviously have this wonderful little... This is such a good design. Look at this. Look at this design right here. Because basically what happens is enemies will stay around about here. Then... Well, that's the thing. If you're the attacking force, you're going to have to come up here, kill all the enemies around here, then go in through this building, go down the stairs, all the way around. This is obviously buying the defensive positions much more time with which to do whatever they need to do. And then they're obviously going to go down the stairs like I did. We're going to go through that little tunnel over there, and then we're going to go all the way over here to this battlement. And then there is even more to look around. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. This is such an amazing layout. How do people get up here, though? Can you actually get... Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. That's fiendish. That is an absolutely fiendish layout right here, because just look at what's happening. Look at that. That's actually crazy. So in other words, if you, as the attacking force, can actually manage to get inside the first initial castle, you're going to have to go across the bridge over there, then around the side. You're going to have to get down on the ground, go down these stairs, and then all the way over here to this gate around the side. And then you're going to enter another courtyard where enemies are indeed, as you can see, reinforcing the area. And then you're going to have to go up the stairs over there. There we go, over there. And then that's going to enable you to get onto the battlements, and hopefully then you can eliminate the last of the enemy. That is amazing. I actually wonder, can they actually get up here? Yes, they can. Look at the... Oh, wow. This is such an incredibly complex castle. There you go. Wow. That's really, really incredible. And hopefully the person that commented has now seen the entirety of this castle. I'm actually just going to zoom out so you get a bird's eye view as well. And maybe I can provide you with a topographical map as well of the various layouts of the environment, you know, the mountainous regions and the hilltops and so on and so forth. And maybe a spreadsheet of the percentage chances of all the defensive positions and how likely it is for the AI to take up positions in those places. Maybe that would be useful to you as well. I don't know. Maybe. Let me know. Let me know if you want that. Anyway, the point is, my forces have now thankfully gotten through, and we are we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Of course, we're going to be fine. I mean, we outnumber them very dramatically, but you could see here just how many they have mustered, and it's actually quite funny because there were only 43 in the garrison. But then there were, what was it, three more vassals that managed to sneak into the garrison before we managed to get our siege ladders up, so they're obviously contributing to the defense. Just a little quick dip back into the footage here, because I actually wanted to show you this specific shot, because just the sight of your own forces running up the ladder, but at the same time fighting on the front lines and across the bridge is just amazing. And also, of course, the enemy, you know, congregating in the little corridor here, I guess you could kind of call it. And of course, them being on the archery nest over here as well. It's just... This is probably one of those times where I'm gonna say, I think this is probably the best and most immersive castle layout that I have ever seen. I think. I think so. I think so. If this is a Pendor only castle, then very well done, whoever created this. And if this is in native, which I don't think it is, but if it is in native, then great, wonderful. That means that we have one castle at least that is actually very cool. But you know, it very much depends on if it's in native or not. But yeah, as you can see, my forces are actually having some problems even dealing with this, because they just have to They have to run across the entire bridge, and they're running in by themselves, and yeah, it's going to take us a little bit of time to get past all their defenses. It looks like my final forces are able to eliminate the archers that remain in the enemy's army, and I'm laughing because it has taken them a long time to do this. This is the reason why I said, hey, you know what? This castle is the best. Not because it takes them a long time to do anything, but because it's just so complex, and it has so many... I don't know, that's the funny thing. It doesn't have so many avenues of advancement, obviously, but there are so many different environments that you're going to be fighting in. For example, there are so many staircases, so many walls, a lot of gates to go through, a lot of corners to go around, and so on and so forth. Really makes a huge difference. Anyway, we actually ended up only losing 12 from my own army there, but obviously we lost 96 in total because, you know, our medicine skills actually coming in handy, or a surgery skill, shall we say. And otherwise, apart from that, my allies lost a whole bunch more, but the enemy had 457 only. Only 457, but this took me longer, I think, actually. I think this took me longer than the previous siege, which just tells you everything you need to know, I suppose. Anyway, we're just going to let every single one of these guys go, I think. Maybe this guy, no, he hasn't got enough relation. This guy's okay. This guy's good-natured. All right, we're going to take him prisoner. And this guy is also upstanding. Okay, we're going to take him prisoner as well. Oh, this guy's also good-natured. Okay, let's take him too. This fellow as well. Wow, that's actually crazy. I'm not going to take him though. I'm just going to let him go. This guy's marshal. We'll let him go. There's so many of them. There really is so many. It's actually crazy. This guy's upstanding as well. Sure, why not? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, yeah, sure. Fine. I'm taking way too many right now. I'm taking way too many. This is not a good idea, by the way. Do not do this. You know, if you accept too many vassals at once, things are just not going to go very well. And it's just going to turn out to be very, very annoying in the end. Anyway, Lord Cassian, there we go. We've got him a fief at least. And now we can actually talk to Agathon here, and we can say, hello there, I will accept your oath of fealty. And obviously he's not going to bring any centers over to us because, of course he's not. Of course he's not going to bring anything over to us. That makes no sense. Anyway, we're going to accept this fellow as well. Going to accept this one. There we go. We're just going to accept all of them, I suppose, and then we'll just try and fight a bunch of people. We'll just fight the Ravenstern, I suppose, because I don't really want to finish off the Fyrdsvain yet, because the Fyrdsvain are still technically fighting the Ravenstern, and that makes a huge difference to our overall, well, situation, I guess. Anyway, there you go. Every one of them actually managed to join us, which is fantastic. That's the reason why I took them prisoner, of course. Anyway, apart from that... Yes, more Heretic Magnus. Very nice. And we can get some more of these. Oh, 26 man-at-arms. That's crazy. That's gonna... well, they're gonna be made into Biscuit Sergeants, of course. They're gonna be upgraded into those. And otherwise, I think... Yeah, oh, Leslie actually advanced in level. I can't believe that. It's been such a long time since she's leveled. Okay, there we go. We finally have 10 in surgery and 10 in wound treatment. That's what I'm going to go for, at least. And there we have it. Adonia also advanced in level 2. What do we want to go for with her? Tracking and hunting, of course. And then we probably want to go for trainer, I guess. What else? I mean, it's not really going to do much, but, you know, it's going to be good enough. Gonna be good enough. Alright, so there you go. We did manage to actually completely eliminate the Deshar from the game. We got their unique weapon, which I am actually using, which is hilarious. And we're now just going to go over here real fast, see if we can buy some food. Gonna sell the stuff that we have picked up. There we go. Only 2,000, unfortunately. Is there a ransom broker here? No, there isn't a ransom broker. Wait, no, there isn't. Okay, I kind of hope there would be, but there isn't. Anyway, what we want to do now is, well, I mean, technically, what I could do is I could declare war against the Fyrdsvain, take these two castles relatively easily, or I could go to Poinsbrook and attempt to do that. I don't know. Right now, I'm thinking I'll go to Harengoth Castle. That is probably going to be the most important thing for us to do. And what I'm going to tell my forces is I'm going to say, I want to end the campaign. And they can just go off and do whatever they want to do. And I will go to Harengoth Castle because I actually want to convert a bunch of those man-at-arms into Biscuit Sergeants, of course. That makes the most sense. But I am going to need to declare war against someone relatively quickly because otherwise all of my vassals are going to start losing relation with me very, very quickly. And that's the reason why I warned against doing this right now, because technically you're going to need to be at war against someone for quite some time, and that's going to make a much bigger difference to you having availability of fiefs. And that's going to really help out. Ah, there's a ransom broker. Fantastic. Okay, sell all the prisoners for 8,000, and then we can move on. Harengoth Castle is right there. There we are. Okay, so there is a significant group of enemies near Maras Castle. Hopefully nothing's going to happen with that. We've got some Biscuit Sergeants and Tea-Knights here as well. Let's just go in here real fast and actually just speak to the steward, because I do want to get those. And we can actually take a look and see just how... Ah, there's a baggage train. Ah, I don't have any space. Never mind. That literally just got wasted. Oh well, never. I guess that's bad. Anyway, as you can see, look at this. It's now at 31 prestige and 17, so that's great. Let's do this. There we go. And now I have 800 prestige available. And 1 Pendor Knight. There we go. All right. Perfect. And let's train the castle steward, because it only takes 3 hours. Super, super easy. There we are. Okay. Perfect. So we now have 60 Biscuit Sergeants, which is actually fantastic. And I think I probably should be able to take Poinsbrook by myself with those. Maybe. I actually don't know whether that is even possible at that point. But what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to check for unique spawns. Ah, Warlord Zolkar is right there. Do we want to fight him? Do we want to fight him and get rid of him? I mean, he wants to fight me right now. Do you think we can beat him? I'm actually not sure. I don't know. I don't know whether we can beat him right now with my current setup. I think I should be able to. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's try it out. All right, this is going to be this is going to be kind of messy, actually. This might be kind of messy. All right, let's just get to the top of the hill here. This is going to make the most difference. Oh no, this is going to take my cavalry a long time, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah, this is not going to work out too well, I don't think. But we can only hope that my Biscuit Sergeants will be able to get to the top. And yeah, this seems pretty good. This is actually a pretty decent place to be. Let's get my Biscuit Sergeants around about here. We're going to just leave them in the standard formation. I'm not going to spread them out or anything like that. And we're going to get my cavalry to just go onto the top here. Yeah, maybe it's going to be okay. I'm very worried about this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go out here, and we're going to do a little bit of, a little bit of distraction, because we do not want these guys to just completely run into us, do we? So I'm going to just try to distract them as best as I can. Hopefully that's going to provide my Biscuit Sergeants with enough opportunity to eliminate as many of his Grim Riders as possible, because those guys are going to be devastating. They're going to do a lot of damage. Even if you think they may not, they are going to do quite a lot of damage. Okay, there we go. Let's try and kill this guy. Oh dear. Oh no, don't get lanced in the face. No, it seems like we're fine. So far, actually, things are going much better than anticipated. Oh dear. They're all cutting off from following me now, and they're actually going over there, which is not exactly what I wanted, but let's tell our cavalry to charge in. Should we tell them to charge in? Actually, I don't even know whether that's a good idea, to be honest. I'm thinking right now that maybe it's not. Maybe it would be a better idea to just leave them where they are. I will. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll be okay. No, it actually seems as though we have completely thwarted their first charge. So all we need to do now is basically just get my cavalry to the top of the hill again. This is obviously not going to be an easy task to accomplish because, as we saw, they did actually take quite some time to get up there to begin with in the beginning. So that's not going to be so good. Anyway, Warlord Zolkar has been eliminated. Let's try to distract the second wave here. Not sure whether we're going to be able to do that. Most of these fellows aren't even using their polearm, which is absolutely fantastic, because that means I could avoid potentially getting murdered. Okay, yeah. Never mind, my horse has gone down. That is not good, but... Well, at least I'm not dead, I guess, but... It would be bad if my horse were to die. Alright, enemy coming in. Can I get on this mount? Yes, I can. Let's try to distract them a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, because this is a very, very different horse than what I'm used to. This is a lot slower than an Aldor one would be. But as you can see, it is doing the job slightly. Actually, no. It's actually doing a much better job than I anticipated. Okay, that's fantastic. I thought to myself, it's probably going to be too slow, you know? It's probably going to be too slow for us to actually be able to do something like this, but no, it is actually providing exactly what we need. And I think we're actually good. Even if I get killed now, I actually don't think we need to worry too much. Yeah, this might actually be perfect. How many... I really wish there was like an arrow counter or something like that. That would be so incredibly useful to me right now, but I have no idea how many arrows my forces have remaining. I can't... oh, they have a lot. I think they have a lot. It seems like that at least.
Do you feel lucky?
Well, I did get myself eliminated, and I'm going to give you... I'm going to give you one guess. I think you can probably guess what it was that took me down. But I'll give you one guess. Put it down in the comments if you feel so inclined. You don't have to participate, obviously, if you don't want to, but yeah, I'm just going to give you a little bit of time just to make your, you know, make your little... guess, I guess. I don't think it's really going to be a guess. I think it's going to be very accurate indeed. Just like the thing that took me down. I'm going to give you until the end of the battle, and then I'll tell you what it was. But, I think you can guess. You definitely can. Anyway, there you go. A complete and utter victory for us. Very few casualties, because we just literally stood on top of that hill, and they can't do anything against us as cavalry. They just can't get up there. They can't get up there to do any damage, and obviously I did distract them. I died from a lance. Yes. Couch lance. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yes, I think you can. Anyway, yes, we get to take him prisoner. There we are. Okay, so I am going to take him prisoner. And I'm actually... Now, here's the thing. I am now unsure what I want to do with him. Because on the one hand... Oh, Noldor Hunters. Thank you. Alright. Yeah. On the one hand, he is pretty easy. Kind of. I think he's pretty easy for us to deal with. I don't think he's that difficult anymore. Obviously very much dependent on if you do have one of these amazing hills to stand on. I think that really makes a huge difference. But... he seems pretty simple for us to defeat. So I'm kind of thinking, you know what? Do I want to just let him go and have him give me a Qualis gem, or have him give me a pouch of large diamonds that's going to give me 100,000 in cash? Could be useful. I don't think I actually need money. I know. It seems like a pretty weird thing to say when I'm literally at almost the bottom of the barrel right here. I've only got 23,000. My wages are 11,000 every single week. I'm losing 11,000 every single week, which is pretty significant. But the main thing that I'm thinking of when I say I don't really need money is that I'm able to keep myself afloat just about, because, well, you know, we've got a wide variety of ways to make that money back. We can get prisoners, we can, you know, do a tournament here or there. I obviously haven't done a tournament for quite some time, but you know, I could do a tournament off screen, for example, and I'm kind of wondering what we should do. So, what's your vote? What's your vote? Shall we do the Qualis gem, the large pouch of diamonds, or shall we get him never to appear in Pendor again? Because we can tell him that. We can tell him, you know, go away forever, don't come back. So that's also an option. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.